Welcome back to Spooky Tales. It is I, your host, the Spooks, ready to plunge you once more into the chilling depths of the unknown. The Tales of Rose Hall, the Rose of Count Saint Germain. Part 2. Last we left our characters, Lord Saunderton, blissfully ignorant, had just taken a bite of those, specially prepared meat pies, courtesy of our Countess. Delicious, the man declared, with a mouthful of doom. The meat is so very tender, the spices, perfect. Countess, wherever did you find this unique recipe? It was then, my friends, that a chill no fire could banish crept into the room, as the Countess graced him with that, iconic half-smirk. A harbinger of ill fortune, a whisper of impending doom for anyone who dared be its recipient. Let's just say, the Countess purred, I took a suggestion from Shakespeare, and placed your wife, and your children, into the very pie you have just so thoroughly enjoyed. His fork clattered against a plate. The blood drained from Lord Saunderton's face faster than you can say, arsenic. His fork clattered to the floor, followed by a sharp intake of breath, a morbid punctuation to her ghastly confession. The Countess, however, seemingly unfazed, calmly took another bite of her own portion. A faint, almost imperceptible smile played on her lips as she watched the man stagger back, his world collapsing around him. What's the matter, Lord Saunderton? She cooed. Is your precious legacy not as palatable as your praise for it? With a delicate wave, she summoned a servant to whisk away the incriminating pies. Another was commanded to present the next course, the silver dish glinting ominously under the candlelight. The old man's brow glistened with cold sweat, his eyes wide with unspeakable terror, fixated on what horrors might lurk beneath that gleaming lid. Perhaps, you would prefer dessert? The Countess's voice dripped with malice as the lid was lifted to reveal 3 boiled human hearts. One large, the others smaller. 3 hearts, my lord. Your family's hearts. All, for you, Saunderton. She raised her glass in a mock toast as he clutched at his chest, his balance failing. He reached for the table, but only managed to pull the tablecloth, sending fine china, polished silver, and the 3 grotesque hearts tumbling to the floor as he collapsed in a fitful spasm. His vision blurred, he saw the shimmering movement of silver silk, the Countess's gown as she rose, gliding towards him with the inexorable grace of a predator. It seems your heart has given out, and you are dying, Lord Saunderton, she whispered, her voice a silken caress that belied the venom within. Did you truly think I wouldn't discover your treachery? How does it feel, old man? Is it painful, knowing the legacy you so cherished will end here, and your family name will be forever diminished? With a supreme effort, he lifted his head to meet the gaze of the immortal woman, the one his family had sworn to serve for generations. Then, the family vow echoed within his mind. To serve the Countess and never betray her trust in her fate. The Countess, sensing his thoughts, spoke in a chillingly gentle tone, how disappointed your ancestors would be. To think you would betray the ancient vow sworn by Henry Saunderton. Only for your treachery to end your family tree. He could not speak, his vision fading to black. The last thing he recalled was one of the Countess's cultists forcing his jaw open, while the Countess scooped up one of the hearts. His last moment was being strangled with all 3 hearts being forced down his throat. The Countess ordered the body to be burned to ash, along with the pies. The ashes were used as fertilizer for what would be the famous Garden of Golden Roses. With a small amount of his blood, the Countess enchanted a false will, passing her wardship over to another cultist. You could say it's best to have a notary as part of your cult circle. Jacob became her guardian of wardship, and as soon as Rose Hall was completed, the Countess walled up Count Saint Germain's room as if it had never existed. We hope you enjoyed part 2 of this chilling tale. Stay tuned for more spooky tales, if you dare.